This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you play your props. AI. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. And to help you keep working out the system till you work out your position and your purse top commission. The perks you gotta listen help you curb the competition. Got them wishing that they had the app earlier. Surely, them haters try to catch some white stones, but this earlier. Load up the app, make my predictions and get the serving. The player prop predictor is sicker than having hernia. Betting trends like an elixir for pit, but it's just the AI. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you play your props. AI. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
It's so hard, Chester.
Display of props, yeah.
It's so hard, Chester.
Set display of props, yeah. Display of props on a mission, and with all these bets, we don't see competition. Money line to predict it's helping us get it. Team trends 1 or 2, yeah, you know it's exquisite. Join the disco, yeah, you know what it is. The community thriving, we taking our turns. So when it's all up, it's the best with alignment. We do it with care, we ain't wasting a diamond. Getting this bread. Educated, we betting the spread. Only if it makes sense, we ain't greedy opinion. We check our hand out, then we having our reasons. Player props betting, but without the mutiny. This is what knowledge, it means opportunity. Making deposits, nothing that's new to me. This more than betting, we building up unity. Display of props, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Show tested them waters, he helping you swim even if it's feet first. Knowledge, strategies, and all you need to help you eat your said display of props, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Show tested them waters, he helping you swim even if it's feet first. Hey. This is Player Props AI. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you play your props. AI. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. And to help you keep working out the system till you work out your position and your purse top commission. The perks you gotta listen help you curb the competition. Got them wishing that they had the app earlier. Surely, them haters try to catch some white stones, but this earlier. Load up the app, make my predictions and get the serving. The player prop predictor is sicker than having hernia. Betting trends like an elixir for pit, but it's just the AI. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you play your props. AI. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
It's so hard, Chester.
Display of props, yeah.
It's so hard, Chester.
Set display of props, yeah. Display of props on a mission, and with all these bets, we don't see competition. Money line to predictor is helping us get it. Team trends 1 or 2, yeah, you know it's exquisite. Join the disco, yeah, you know what it is. The community thriving, we taking our turns. So when it's all up, it's the best with alignment. We do it with care, we ain't wasting a diamond. Getting this bread. Educated, we betting the spread. Only if it makes sense, we ain't greedy opinion. We check our hand out, then we having our reasons. Player props betting, but without the mutiny. This is what knowledge, it means opportunity. Making deposits, nothing that's new to me. This more than betting, we building up unity. Display of props, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages over 18 plus in some states and 21 plus in other states, this is the Two for the Money live stream, and here's how it works in a nutshell. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. The very first thing you need to do is you need to click the thumbs up on this live stream that says to YouTube, hey, I actually enjoy what I'm watching. You should probably show this to more people organically. After you click the thumbs up button, if you haven't yet, click on the subscribe button, because if you like to have more money than what you started with at the end of the NFL days, at the end of NBA days, whatever it may be, you want to subscribe to this channel. This show, or not this show, but this channel in general, over the 2+ years it's been active, has made everybody who's tuned in an insane amount of money. We hit at a very high rate because we use the PlayerProps.ai app as I've designed it to be used. I want to stress that part. If you just go to this app or you go to the website and you're like, you know what, I'm going to use this how I want to use it, chances are you probably not have a lot of luck, because the reason that you found me in the first place is what you were doing before probably wasn't working out for you. So if you continue to do what's not working out for you, and just because you're looking at another app, even though we're the #1 most accurate NFL prediction app on the planet, which is an award we won last month, it's still not going to work out for you. All you have to do is follow the guidelines. It's that easy. If you're not sure what the guidelines are, step 1 is getting into Discord. Step 2 is connecting your Discord accounts to your PlayerProps.ai account to open up the free access at minimum. And then step 3, just follow the guidelines. The guidelines are spread out throughout Discord. If you have any questions, you ask in Discord. If you are using the PlayerProps.ai app and you're not in Discord, you're already falling far behind everyone who's doing both. Because as you see, the mathematical formula above my head requires both. Get our app plus get in our Discord equals win more. If you simply get our app and don't get our Discord, you're not doing the formula. It's very simple. It's like 1 + 1 = 2. Get in our app, get in our Discord, win more. That's how easy it is. So as I mentioned in Discord, once we get to 200 consecutive users or consecutive viewers on the stream, I will be giving away a free month. I do have some more exciting news coming later this week. But yeah, so how this works, how the show works, this is 2 for the money. This is our only live stream we do every NFL Sunday at 11 a.m. Now, I say every NFL Sunday, and there's an asterisk on that. It depends if I am available. Tuesday, I'm going to be taking quite a long road trip, roughly 10-ish hours, driving to the in-laws that have recently moved to the state of Tennessee. So shout out to all my Tennessee peeps. But won't be returning to like Monday morning. I don't think that we're going to leave till then. So we'll more than likely not have one of these shows the following weekend or the following Sunday, just because I will be not in the YouTube studio you see me in right now. But as you see to this side of the screen, you see a lot of chat messages pop up. That's because everybody's right now in the YouTube chat. And what they're doing is they're dropping their single favorite play for today's NFL games. That's all you got to do. If you've already been researching on the PlayerProps.ai app, and you know there's one thing that you like more than anything else, it could be a player prop, it could be a team bet, it can be literally anything. Drop it in the Discord. Or not in the Discord, sorry, the YouTube chat. So this is how this is going to work. We're going to go through everybody's favorite plays, and then we're going to do, it's called 2 for the money because we focus on 2-pick parlays. We're going to look at something like, we're going to look at doing 2 receiving yards, props together, passing yards, rushing yards. We can do 2 money lines, 2 spreads, 2 game totals, 2 team totals. Just kind of pairing 2 together based on what you guys like in the chat and just taking what you say in the chat and comparing it with what the PlayerProps.ai app recommends. So if the AI likes it, the direction you're leaning, and it makes sense, then we can go that. If not, of course, we're not going to add it in there. But yeah, so that's the gist of how this is working. We have shows we do every single week. For NFL, for Thursday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, and Monday Night Football. So if you have not watched the video for tonight's Tampa Bay game, it's highly recommend that you watch that before it kicks off at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time, or you'll be on the outside looking in. Same thing as well for tomorrow night. Now, you don't want to necessarily watch these on the day of, because we have so many subscribers, we have so many PlayerProps.ai members. The people that actually watch these shows as soon as they drop, the nightly ones, the Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night, they get the best line possible. And then they move the lines because so many people are betting on it that if you wait for the 3 days after it drops, which would be today for the Sunday night one, then you're going to be asking me, hey, is this line still good? It's moved a lot. And I'll be saying, no, it's not good. You should have got it when the video dropped. You got to watch the videos. They paint the perfect picture of how to be a successful bettor. And as long as you listen to everything I say, now the key word's everything. You can't just cherry pick. You can't just do some of the guidelines. As long as you follow all the guidelines, you listen to everything I say, you will be a successful bettor. I guarantee, it's a guarantee. If you follow the guidelines, you will lose less often. How do I know that? Because every single person who has. It's that simple. Okay, so now the chit chat aside, we're going to start going through these here. One by one. We are not quite at 200 people watching yet, so we're not going to do the giveaway. The number keeps going up, so just make sure you share this to if you get it in like a group text, group chat, whatever. Share it to whoever is interested in sports betting or is interested in having more money at the end of the day what they started, or simply having less losses than what they're used to. What's going on, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. The very first play I see from Boss of the Street in the YouTube chat says Henderson over 11.5 rushing attempts. So I do know that Ramondre Stevenson is back. But I think Trey has earned himself some focus here. So your line is 11.5. Let me see where he's 11.5 on. I don't think we have rushing attempts. Let's go to BetMGM. Yeah, it seems like not everybody's offering the rushing attempts for him. So let me go, where was he at beforehand? DraftKings. So even at 11.5, his projection's at 11.92. At 11.5, I already know the sportsbooks are going to favor the over because 12.5, it barely favors the under, or it barely is opposed to the over for that. But yeah, I don't know. With Ramondre coming back, we have to kind of see if both of them healthy, how that kind of works out in a nutshell. I'm going to back pocket that one for right now, boss. All right, we got does that say Maserati Fox? We got Maserati Fox. Kelsey, 50 yards. I don't think that's his true line. And remember, doing alt lines is not always the best idea. It's only if the AI agrees with the true line, the baseline, do you have the decision to alt. There's a whole video for that. If you're not sure the video, simply go to our Betting 101 playlist in YouTube and look for the thumbnail of Anger from Inside Out, the Pixar movie, on the thumbnail cover of him just screaming with fire coming out of his head. And that'll teach you how to alt. So we're looking at receiving yards for the KC game. Travis Kelce's line's at 56.5. So it's not 50. His projection's 59. Colts defense, pass defense, has kind of sucked this season. They're 7th overall in most passing yards allowed. But it looks like they've kind of been more on lock. They're now right there in the middle in their last 3 games. I'm not sure if this is going to be a high-scoring game. I know it should be a close game, but I can't tell if it's going to be high-scoring or not. But, yeah, I don't know. Kelsey, 56.5. It's not even a full 3 yards difference from his projection. Let's see real quick what his lowest line is. So we got 83 people right now. So again, once that number gets to 200, I'll be doing quick pause and I'll give away a free month to somebody that's tuning in. So we're looking for Kansas City game. Kelsey's best line. It's 55.5 on Bet Rivers, so it's only like 1 away from the other ones, and that's still, I don't know, it's not. I don't think that's enough. We could probably find a better gap than that. Jake Ferguson, anytime touchdown, you said. So if you listen when I said last week, you hit on T. Higgins at plus 140. So what I was mentioning last week is I personally do not like anytime touchdown bets that are not plus odds. It's not a guarantee that a person's going to cross the goal line with the ball in their hands or catch it if they're catching a receiving touchdown. So I do not like Gibbs at minus 330 is insane. I do not like anytime touchdowns that is not at least plus 100 or better. And so that essentially starts with T. Higgins, again, who, since Flacco became the starting QB for the Bengals, has hit every single game. We also had him at plus 140 last week, and he hit for us. But yeah, you want to make sure that if you correctly guess a player getting into the end zone with the ball, you want to make sure that you get at least double your money because it's not a guarantee. Like, you could be like, oh, Gibbs and Taylor score all the time. But the time you bet on them at minus 330, which is horrendous odds, and it's David Montgomery getting all the goal line carries and all the touchdowns, even if you won, you wouldn't even got that much profit. So with all that said, it was Maserati Fox saying Jake Ferguson. I'm assuming he's probably plus odds, but we'll see here. Let's see what Fergie Ferg's got going on. Plus 215. He's at plus 215. His projection's at plus 0.53. He did get a touchdown. He had 4 straight games of at least one. He did get a touchdown last week. technically you can say that the AI is projecting the over because it's at 0.53 with a positive difference. But I think we need a little bit more here to lock that in. So we'll back pocket that for right now. One and only says Pickens over 4.5 receptions. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going through these. When we find something we like, we'll find another of the same stat to add to it. So right now we're just looking for the first one that we like. Yeah, Pickens was our, what was that, Sunday night, Monday night? He was our, or was it Thursday? He was our play of the day from the show for whatever night they played on. Was that 11/17? What day of the week was that? That was Monday Night Football. So Monday Night Football last week, Pickens receptions was our play. It was over 4.5, and he had like 6 in the first half. And covered all his yards, covered all of his stuff. Yeah, he went bananas. But, I mean, he's getting the targets. Like, his last 3 games, 9, 9, 11 on targets. And his line is still 4.5. Let's see real quick if anybody's crazy enough to give him a 3.5 line before we do 4.5. Not saying that I hate 4.5, but I just want to check real quick. Pickens, nope, 4.5 is the lowest. 3 books actually I'm at 5.5. So that'll be the first one. I like that one and only. So we need another receptions prop. I'm scrolling through. Did anybody say anything receptions wise? Boss, today's your birthday. Happy birthday, man. Anybody else? Larry Davis, A.J. Brown over receptions. So we know, we're already here on this game. It's the same game. 4.5 is the line. So now let's see what the AI thinks for A.J. Brown. He does have a large target share. He's coming off a Detroit game where he have 11 targets. He did not catch 4 of them, which is quite alarming. This Tampa Bay game, he missed 7 of his targets. But so he was in the news about essentially being complaining more or less of his usage or the play calling. And then the week after that, the next game following his public complaining, Hurts targets him 11 times and he catches 7 of those. So for right now, I think we'll do that for right now. So let me give me a second here. I'm recording these on my phone. I have a notepad open up here. Okay, so we have A.J. Brown, 4.5. And then we have Pickens. This is the same game parlay too because they're both in the same game. 4.5 for both those guys. Okay, so we got our receptions one now. So now let me scroll back to where Pickens was. The next stat we haven't looked at yet, Joshua says Diggs over receiving yards. I feel like his chemistry with Drake May, who is really high odds to win the MVP, which is crazy to me. Let me see here. Diggs. Oh, you're looking at receiving yards, not receptions, right? Yeah, receiving yards. Let's change this here. Same thing as when, who was the last receiving yards we looked at? Kelsey. There's only really 2, not even 2 full yards difference between the line, the projection. Sure, you can say Cincinnati's got a very, 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 very bad pass defense, but I do need to see a little bit more here. I mean, right here, last night, it looks like we could have got him as low as 55.5, which would have made a ton of sense. But everybody's been pounding the over to, as of this moment, at 60.5, which it's not. I don't like that enough. Mr. Green said Jacksonville minus 2.5. Hey, let's do a spread 2 pick then. I don't know if you can hear that, but I have people working on the roof. There's power drills and everything happening. So yeah, spread predictor, Jacksonville. AI gives it a roughly 60% chance. If you didn't see last week, Arizona was who was it? What's his name? Jacoby Brissett Like, this is crazy. This guy's played on, like, every NFL team. He's like the new Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's the new journeyman. He's played on almost every NFL team, it seems like. This guy broke the NFL record for most completions in a game. I actually picked him up in one of my fantasy leagues. I started him, and then all of a sudden, like, I see this notification, like, Jacoby Brissett breaks the NFL record for completions. He threw, I think it was like 47 completions, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, like 470 yards. I assume he's got confidence. He's got the green light to air it out. So I hope this is a high-scoring game. But Jacksonville favored to win by a field goal. 2.5 is a good line. Because if they win by a field goal, then that's all that's needed. It's unlikely for them to win by 1 or 2 points. I feel like the field goal is a good spot. But this is what I'm kind of alarmed by here. You see on the screen where it says Jacksonville has a 30.4% spread accuracy for AI. That means they're highly unpredictable. And they are. Like, we don't know what kind of game Trevor Lawrence is going to have or Travis Etienne. We'll do that for now. But this 30% is one of the lowest ones, if not the lowest one of the entire NFL. That means they're highly unpredictable. Does anybody else have a spread pick to pair with this? Devin Farmer, Tampa Bay +7. So yeah, Godwin is going to be back. We don't know how much usage, how many routes he's going to run, but Godwin is going to be back. So it believes that, I mean, if they lose by a touchdown exactly with an extra point, it's a push. But AI thinks this is going to be a whole lot closer than a touchdown. I don't think Bucky Irving is back yet, but I don't know. Let's just do these two for now. So our 2 for the money 2 pick for spreads, we have Tampa Bay +7, and then we have Jacksonville -2.5. So what I want to do before we go to the next one is I want to look at to see if we can find a better line on any book. So we got spread. Jacksonville -2.5 is the best spread. And then, what was the other one we were looking at? Oh, we can get 7.5 on Fanatics and for one a parlay. Yeah. So Tampa Bay +7.5 becomes the official line that we're doing. All right. So let's go back. Okay, so we have our 2 pick for receptions, our 2 pick for spreads. Rushing attempts for Derrick Henry. We'll look at rushing attempts later. Because I was also looking for, I was also figuring out if I want to do Henderson for the Pats, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're going to actually make him the full-time starter, if he's going to split a lot with Stevenson, who's now back. We got a first passing yards prop here. Luke, there it is. It says Darnold over 236.5. How? What? I feel like that's a low line for Darnold. Hold on. All right, let's go to passing yards. You said we got 236. Let me see what sportsbook that is. Hold on. Seattle. 236 on FanDuel. I think FanDuel might have the best one. Yeah. All right, so 236. Projection is, 15 yards higher. Tennessee's been in roughly the middle of the pack all season, but in the last 3 games, they've allowed a lot more. They're now 6th most passing yards allowed this last 3 games. So, and yeah, man, JSN's got breaking all kinds of records. So I feel like Tennessee is slowly getting better. I don't know if Cam Ward's getting better, but I know Tennessee's slowly getting better now that they have more and more chemistry with Cam Ward. I don't think they're going to be good anytime soon. But yeah, the hope is that this isn't just Seattle running the ball and destroying them on the ground with the dual punch of Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. But yeah, I like this one. So Sam Darnold, passing yards 236.5 Do we have anybody in the YouTube chat that gave me a different passing yards? Scrolling. Drake May under passing yards. Etal. Drake May under passing yards. Ain't no way. So first off, the Cincinnati Bengals have an absolute trash can of a passing defense. We got a green, and on top of that, the AI has roughly, 21 yards higher on the over. So we definitely don't want to go under Drake May passing yards, Etal. In fact, we may actually look at going over. But 256 is a pretty high line, which he's hit in 4 straight. He's been pretty consistent this season. He barely covered here. You could have got his line as low as 248 yesterday morning, it looks like. That would have been a much better line. That's 8 yards lower. I would have liked it at 248. Let's see if we can find it lower than 256. I know nobody said over, but I definitely don't want to go. Definitely want to go under against the Cincinnati Bengals defense. What are we doing? We're looking for the best Drake May passing yards line. Passing yards. Oh, wrong game. I was like, what the heck? Patriots. There we go. No, passing yards. So yeah, FanDuel's got the best line. You can get him as high as 260 on these two, but 256 he's on available on 3 different books at 256. Nobody really said over, but I just want to point that out. Born to Izzy, Caleb Williams over 218.5 pass yards. First, since we're already here, let's see what his best line is. Chicago. Pass yards. They don't even know who... These books don't even know who's starting for Pittsburgh. Fanatics has a line for Aaron Rodgers, while every other book, it seems like, has a line for Mason Rudolph. The best line for Caleb Williams is 217. 218 on a few books, 220 on Fanatics, 222 on DraftKings, 224 on BetRivers. So now that we know 217 is the lowest line, let's see if the AI actually likes that. 217. I feel like it's going to be an ugly game, man. So Pittsburgh, the absolute worst pass defense this season overall. They've allowed more passing yards than anybody else on the planet, but they have been a little bit better on the lockdown side. And 11 of the last 3. However, Jalen Ramsey, didn't he spit on somebody and get suspended? So their top corner is not playing in this game. So that's also to note. They're already a trash defense, but Jalen Ramsey played in these last 11 games, and he's not playing today. So that's also something interesting. There's a healthy 14-yard difference here between the pass yard line, the projection. So yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, both of these, this might be a high. I mean, Mason Rudolph, I don't know, I don't trust him. Don't go under his line because the projections are slow. This is because they have not even Fanatics Sportsbook knows exactly who's 100% starting. And if they have mentioned it, Fanatics is definitely far behind. So don't touch this one here. Even though there's green here, you're like, oh, you target the over. Just don't touch Mason Rudolph. Don't touch any Pittsburgh passer. But the two were combining 4 passing yards. Caleb Williams, we're going over 217. Or is it 2? FanDuel had the best line, right? Yeah, 217.5. Who was the first quarterback play we just looked at? Before, Sam Darnold. What was the best line for Sam Darnold again? I'll have to go back and look at that. I want to make sure I record it right. So the 2 pick for passing yards, we have Caleb Williams over 217.5. We have Sam Darnold, Seattle. Pass yards. ESPN bet 234.5. Okay, So we have our receptions 2-pick, 2 for the money 2-pick. We have our NFL spread 2 for the money 2-pick, and now we have our NFL passing yards 2 for the money 2-pick. Let's look at let's do receiving yards now, because I think I saw. Oh, we don't have a rushing yards one yet. So Jason N says Travis Etienne over 47.5 rush yards. So we're already on this tool. Let's go ahead and take a gander. Jacksonville. Oh, rush yards. The lowest line is 45.5 on Fanatics. Let's see if the AI likes 45.5. Jacksonville. Arizona. Rushing yards 45.5. Was it Fanatics that had that? So projections he's got 11 yards higher, 24% difference. In the last 7 games, Arizona's been absolutely slashed on the ground. They have allowed the 7th most rushing yards in the last 3. That's interesting to note. And also, if you have Jacksonville winning this game, which is our AI is leaning that they will win by the field goal because we've already locked it in for the spread 2-pick, it does make sense that he's going to get... It's so interesting that their lines are identical. Sorry, first off, if I haven't mentioned this yet, Basil Tootin is the best running back name. My second favorite is Bam Knight. Basil Tootin, he's the second best. These are great names. Anyway, yes, so Travis Etienne, 45.5. We just need one rushing yard play to pair with him. 45.5. Okay, what other rushing yard play do you guys have in chat? A few of you like Travis Etienne over rushing attempts. I think I like his rushing yards more, especially because Arizona's been gashed the last 3, which is why you see the 7th in the last 3. He can get one. He's got the agility to get 46 yards on one carry. Does anybody else have any rushing yards props? I'm scrolling. Let's see. Oh, it was Jamar Chase that's been on Ramsey. So are both of them? Are they both suspended, or is it just Chase suspended 1 game? I think Ramsey was just fined, right? Either way, since the Dolphins traded him, he's been absolutely horrible. I don't see any other rushing props. I'm scrolling up and down. I see a receiving yards prop. Somebody just said Bam Knight. So Bam Knight, also known as Zonovan Knight. No, Jacksonville actually has the best rush defense. Second best rush defense in the NFL. I think it's because they're allowing so many passing yards that nobody needs to bother rushing. But no, we don't want to target... not only does the AI say under, but this red here, yeah, we don't want to touch that. DJ, you like Kyron Williams? What's his... what is 50 his baseline? Let's go to DraftKings. We're looking at... Who'd you say again? Kyron Williams of the Rams. Remember, when we hit 200 viewers, we're giving away a free month. Right now, as of the second, we're like at 110. So if you're not sharing this to your other community chats, your group text, your friends saying, hey, you probably should tune into this, then we're not going to get to 200. It requires you guys to be proactive on getting more eyeballs involved, which is why we're doing the free month. As a reward for you guys for getting the eyeballs involved. Rams, rush yards. No, Tampa Bay's got a red here. So Kyron's baseline is 57.5, but Tampa Bay's got a pretty stout rush defense, red. Don't want to go over there. No, we're not going to do alt lines for these ones. We need the baselines. You hate when it locks up? What? Is it your internet connection? Let me scroll. So since I don't see anybody else in chat drop anything rush yards wise to pair with Etienne, Scrolling to the top, make sure I didn't miss anything. Somebody said Henry rush attempts. Derrick Henry, where is Baltimore? AI does not like the over for Derrick Henry rush attempts. It leans towards the under for that one. Let's see. Now, we already did a Caleb Williams prop. He's one of our passing yards. Aaron Jones. Can we ever do anything on how to pick unders? Northbrook. It's the exact same thing you do for the overs. It's the exact same thing. So what I say to look for overs, like we want to see green. We want to see that the AI likes the over, the projection's higher, that there's enough gap between the projection and the line. It's the complete opposite of that. So you want to see red if you're targeting the under. You want the projection to be lower. You want the difference to be negative. You want there to be still a decent gap between the line and the projection. So looking for unders on the app is the exact same thing as looking for overs. Gibbs, rushing yards, 72.5, Jason? Yeesh. It's pretty high. Let's see. Oh, wait. I thought this was Gibbs. And I was like, why is this line 0.5? No, but it is good to know that it's green. So let's go to Detroit versus New York Giants. Okay. I said this on last week's live stream. I'm not in love with any stat with these two guys because I feel like every time you target Gibbs, David Montgomery, if you target Gibbs for touchdowns, David Montgomery gets the touchdowns. If you target David Montgomery for rushing yards, Gibbs gets the rushing yards. And so it's always hard to figure out who's doing what. But the Giants have one of the absolute worst rushing defenses in the NFL. So what we'll do first, the AI does like the over. What we'll do first is we will see what our lowest line possible is for Gibbs rushing yards. Detroit Lions, rush yards. The lowest possible line is DraftKings 72.5. So is that what we're just looking at? I think we're looking at FanDuel. So yeah, DraftKings 72.5. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. But I swear, it's going to be one of those, because we're jotting this down, it's going to be a DMont kind of day, which is good because I have him in one of my fantasy leagues, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so we have receptions. We have a receptions 2 for the money 2 pick. We got our spread for the 2 for the money 2 pick, our passing yard 2 for the money 2 pick, and now rushing yards. So the next thing I think I want to look at is receiving yards. And there's people in chat asking for the recap. Yeah, we do the recap at the end. And also, even if we do the recap at the end, as soon as we're done, you can actually go back to the live stream, like the replay of it, like a recorded video on demand, and you can just fast forward to the end because it shows like an hour long. So you just fast forward to the end to see the recap. But you can't get any prizes if you don't tune in live. So that's where the good stuff comes in. All right, now I'm going to scroll to the top. I'm going to quickly see if anybody has any receiving yards ones. I don't like the Diggs. We already looked at that. Receiving yards. I'm not seeing any. Sam Domino. Pierce over 55.5. Colts. Pierce. Lowest line is one of parlay 54.5. So let's see if AI likes 54.5. Want to parlay down a line. Go here. Switch to receiving yards. And then we're looking for the Colts. Kansas City. Yeah. Kansas City has had a very stout pass defense this season, but they have been getting gashed in the last 3 games. This, I feel like, is going to be... I hope this is a good game. I hope that this is a shootout because we always love those. Some of these games were with Josh Downs not playing, but even when he played, which was last week, he still had 84 here. So Pierce is kind of becoming quite the share getter. 20.7%. So he's got 7 targets, 13 targets, 5 here. He only had 2 receptions and he still covered his line here, I think. 10 targets. So yeah, he's getting the targets. Again, but this crazy one of 13, I think this was without downs, so it's important to note that. But yeah, so the lowest line we found was one a parlay, 54.5. Projection 66.44. Kansas City getting absolutely gashed. If Kansas City's going to win this game, that means Colts are going to be passing at the end of the game. Gives them more opportunity. Look, did you see this? So, for one a parlay, in 8 games that the AI's predicted the over-under specific to one a parlay's line, it's been correct every single game. That's crazy. Yeah, we're locking this in. Pierce over 54.5. Okay, so I need one more receiving yards prop. DeBeast likes Noah Fant over 24.5. Let me look. Let me switch to DraftKings. Cincinnati, Noah Fant. I don't like the fact that New England has had a pretty stout defense in the last 3 games. 24th least amount, or I guess you could say 24th most passing yards allowed, or 8th least amount because there's 32 teams. I do assume the Patriots are winning this game, so that means Joe Flacco is going to be passing at the end. Is there any... And this is also I don't really like lines that are under 40. Anthony Clark said Puka over 87.5. I'll revisit Cincinnati if there's not anything that's better than that. Fant, I mean. Rams. Oh, that's a nighttime game. So Puka. Tampa Bay has had a pretty bad pass offense, but the AI does not like Puka's line because it has a lower projection. He's got a pretty high line, even though Tampa Bay's been gashed recently. Can't lock it in, even with the green. AI's got to be on the same page. I'm scrolling. Ricky over receiving yards? All right, let's check Ricky real quick. Purdy's back. Kittle's back. Am I blind here? Oh, San Francisco's tomorrow night, right? Yeah. So, yeah, Carolina's allowed the 9th most points in the last 3. Ricky's popping as a trifecta because his line is at least 40.5. I mean, that all checks out. Let's find the best line for Ricky here. So it's a trifecta on DraftKings. Oh, we're looking at tomorrow. Receiving yards, Ricky. Yeah, 40.5 is his lowest line. Most books have that. Some books already have him at 41.5. So yeah, we'll do Ricky P over 40.5. All right, so we have receptions, passing yards, rushing yards, receiving yards, a spread. What Jacksonville has to win today to stay in the race? Yeah. I'm surprised they've won so many games as they won. Well, who's the craziest team? Oh, was it like Denver Broncos have 9 wins or something? I don't know. It's weird. Keith, no, that the AI kind of likes the Drake over, but he wasn't one of the 2 that you guys recommended in the chat. All right, wait, let me see. Is there any other stat you guys are wanting to see? We did receiving yards. We did that. Okay, so let's do an anytime touchdown one. So let me know in chat what your favorite anytime touchdown prop is. But please, for love of all that's holy, don't tell me something that's minus odds. We want things that actually reward us for being right. You do not want to do a insane... Oh, I'm still on Monday. You don't want to do some crazy like minus 200, minus 150 minus 205, minus 330. We don't want to do these things. We want plus money odds. And we have a sexy filter that makes that easier. So you say, don't show me odds that are higher than, you can put it at 0. And so it'll only show you plus. So that's a cool filter, especially for anytime touchdowns. So we only, for this show, like plus money touchdowns. So everybody has plus money. Who is your favorite plus money anytime touchdown pick? The highest one is T. Higgins, as I told you at the beginning of the show. Since Since Flacco became the starting quarterback, every single game T. Higgins has got a TD. Flacco loves T. Higgins. The next highest would be JSN. I mean, we already targeted Darnold over passing yards as one of our props. He's got a .79 projection. I mean, we could just go with these two highest ones. I mean, I feel like JSN's going to get in the end zone here. Trevion Henderson did have that monster game, but again, that monster 3 touchdown game was with Stevenson out. Yeah, let's do the top 2 here. I mean, they're plus money. I feel like we already targeted a Seattle passing attack, so it's pretty complimentary to have somebody getting in the end zone from all of the passing that Darnold's projected to do. So yeah, we'll do these 2 plus 100 ones. We'll do T. Higgins, anytime touchdown, and we'll do JSN, anytime touchdown. Looks like a lot of you guys like Higgins and JSN in the chat. I think that about covers it, right? There's no stat we haven't done. We haven't done QB. I don't think we've done a QB passing yards or passing touchdown. I think that's the only prop that's left. Let me clear this. Did anybody put any QB passing touchdowns here? Sam, I think the accuracy is based on the injury. So it's kind of let me go back to Ricky P. Let me look at the Ricky P. Oh, he's tomorrow. Let me go back to that. So yeah, like it's all so through so right here, so for one of parlay.online, right? You see where it says 50% through 4 games. So let's say it's just the last 4 games. So the AI has been correct 50% of the time, but he's covered 3 of them. So there was one game where the AI projected the under, and then he went over. Oh, so I have a suggestions channel in Discord. You guys have been dropping a ton of stuff in the suggestions channel for like the last few months, and just rest assured, we read every single one of them. One of the ideas that was requested within the last few days, and I'll give you a shout out. I'll pull it up if I can find it here real quick. Let me see. Who had this? Hold on, I'm gonna read the suggestion because it'll tell you something. It's something that I definitely like kind of moved to the top. I was like, oh yeah, this is a good idea. Who put it in though? Oh, it was Joby1 Kenobi. He dropped it 5 days ago. So you know how like we hover over these, and so we're going to be working on 2 things, and a few of you have made like recommendations or suggestions for this. So not only are we going to show more stats, so yes, we see that he has 108 receiving yards, but we're going to show like targets, receptions on these bar graphs as well, and we're going to try to add that for all stats. But something that I wasn't thinking of was what Joby1 suggested in the suggestions channel in Discord, which please definitely use that, is to also add what the AI projection was for that day. So if we see here that he had 117 receiving yards, so remember he's only one game recovered back from injury, so that's why he didn't even get any receiving yards against Arizona. Did he even get any receptions? He had one reception for 0 yards against Arizona. But again, that was his first game back from injury, and we didn't even target him. We didn't even target that anyway. But what I'm saying, though, is what we're going to add is, so like, let's go back to the receiving yards. So here he had 117. It'll show you the yards. It'll show you the receptions. It'll show targets. But we're working on adding the projection. So sure, he got 117, but what was the AI projecting for that game? Maybe it was projecting 41.5 as it is, here. But it'll show, so we're working on adding that as well. There's so many sexy things coming in like the next 2 or 3 weeks. The biggest mind-blowing thing is going to be, hopefully, knock on wood, before Thanksgiving. We've been working for the last 2 months, 7 days a week to try to get this out. But you're definitely going to hopefully get pleasantly surprised on Thanksgiving morning. It's like Christmas morning, but just a month early. But yeah, I don't know if that answers your question on the accuracy. So it's relative to the sports book, but also the fact that the sports book is projecting the under because he's hitting so much that if the accuracy is low and he's hitting a lot of his line, that means the AI keeps projecting the under and he keeps over exceeding. And so that's not necessarily a bad thing if you look at it that way. So it doesn't necessarily concern me. If he was having a lot of red bars, then I was like, oh, then he's underachieving. But if the AI is wrong because he's exceeding the line and the AI didn't think he was going to, that's kind of a good problem to have. So I think we targeted Flacco last week for 2 passing touchdowns and I only had 1. So I don't think he's done that in 3 out of 3 games because I'm pretty sure we targeted him last Sunday, I think. And he threw for 1 to T. Higgins and then he just stopped throwing touchdowns. Passing touchdowns, 1.94. Drake May. I'm pretty sure, he only had 1 last week. So he did 4 in a row and then only 1 against Pittsburgh. But then again, that doesn't mean he's not going to get it against New England. He's going to be passing a lot. But didn't we say New England has a pretty stout passing defense, passing yards? Yeah, 24th. I don't know if I like that one. First YouTube show. Love this. Gonna pass y'all on their friends. I appreciate trucking. Make sure you watch the Daily Show stuff. We have a Daily Show out already for Sunday Night Football. Make sure you guys watch that if you haven't yet. We haven't gone over that play in this show, but go watch that show on the same channel. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. Click the thumbs up button. I'm just gonna type this in all caps in chat because I know you guys, if you guys are like watching me on mute and just kind of seeing what the screen says, tap the thumbs up and subscribe. Subscribe to this channel for good juju. Boom. Like it, subscribe it, get in the Discord. But yeah, I don't think, let me just see overall if there's anybody that like stands out for passing touchdowns. Well, we don't want to do a 0.5er. I don't like those. So we're going to set the minimum line to 1.5. Looks like the highest projections for 1.5 lines are Drake May and Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes having a 38.9 accuracy. He's been kind of rough this year. Yeesh. Yeah, Kansas City's offense is definitely falling. It's interesting that 2 of the highest projections for quarterbacks with 1.5 lines are versing each other, Drake May and Flacco. What I want to do is that if and only if I was going to say if the AI liked the over, it would make sense, but it looks like the over line's 50.5, which I think is the tied for the highest today. Yeah, nobody's got a higher line than that. So they're tied for the highest output, but AI thinks it's going to be a little bit under that. 47.33, that's third. I mean, I guess if it's 47, they should both get 2 touchdowns. Because Because that'd be what? Let's say Patriots won by 7 points. So it's what, 21-14? That's 30, 35? Yeah, we can do that. So for the passing ones, we're going to go the same game. And remember, we already have T. Higgins at anytime touchdown. So if one of those goes to T. Higgins, then we've already checked that box, just like we did last week. So we're going to go Flacco over 1.5 and May over 1.5. So that essentially finishes the show, ladies and gents. So quick recap for everybody who's just tuning in. Remember, if this is something I can't stress enough to you, I feel like I scream it into the microphone every single episode that you guys watch or maybe don't watch. You cannot expect to have the same level of success as the people having success in the Discord if you are not doing what the people in the Discord are doing. Like up here, this math equation, this is not for my benefit. I don't put this up here because I like these words. I put this up here because this is how you win more. It's the app plus the Discord. I've had enough people say, well, I'm not in the Discord, I'm just using the app, and it just melts my brain. There's so much value in the Discord. Joey pumps out cheat sheets to make it, so I make it even super easy for you because I do a show Monday through Friday that teaches you, shows you the screen, hey, this is how to use this tool I created for you. So you have an insane amount of constant education being flooded into your brainwaves. But on top of that, Joey is also working every single day on pumping out cheat sheets like, hey, when you see this on the app, match it with this, and it hits 90% of the time. And there's people every single day. You drop a question, hey, what do you guys think about this play I found on the PlayerProps.ai app? There's 19,000 people in the Discord. We all work together every single day to help each other. You have to get in the Discord if you want to have the success of the people in the Discord. It's not rocket science. Just do what the people who are being successful are doing. Get the app, get in the Discord. Now that I've covered that tangent, and if your next question is, oh, I'm new to this, how do I get in the Discord? There's a Discord logo at the top of right on desktop. It's the same thing. It's on the top left of the mobile app. After you click that, that gets you in the Discord. What you have to do after that is you have to go back to the PlayerProps.ai app, click the profile icon. Again, desktop is top right, mobile app is top left. When you click on that, there's a button that says, it's blue here, and it'll say Connect Discord. You just click on that button, you log in, and it'll unlock the channels. If you don't do that step, it won't unlock the channels. Okay, so now that we've told all of you, and there can't be a single soul watching this that's not in the Discord and is not using the app, unless you are just a fan of losing money, which is a crazy thing if you're betting on sports. Here's a recap of all the stuff we covered on this show. Receptions. A.J. Brown, 4.5 over. Pickens, 4.5 over. The two for the money spread. Tampa Bay plus 7.5. Jacksonville minus 2.5. The two for the money passing yards. Caleb Williams, 217.5 over. Sam Darnold, 234.5 over. Rushing yards, Etienne, 45.5 over. Gibbs, 72.5 over. Alec Pierce, for passing or receiving yards, Pierce over 54.5. Ricky P over 40.5, and he's tomorrow. And then anytime touchdowns, we have T. Higgins and JSN. And then for quarterback passing touchdowns, we have Flacco and May versus each other, both getting over 1.5 passing TDs. So, ladies and gents, for the love of all that's holy, do the bare minimum. I can't stress enough that it's not rocket science. It doesn't. You're making sports betting more difficult than it needs to be. All you have to do is just do what I say, and you will have the same success. The people that have been following the guidelines, like you see people dropping screenshots every single day, and you'll have a platinum diamond next to their name, which means they've been a premium member for over 12 months. If you see them dropping winning screenshots, learn from them. How are they using the app differently than you? How are they using Discord differently than you? Again, you can't have the same level of success as everybody else if you're not doing what they're doing. You have to commit to learning how to use the app. And if you're like, I don't know how to use the app, like, what is this tool right here? This is called the AI Total Predictor. If you don't know how to use it, there's a button. This pink purple button on the screen teaches you how to use it. Every single tool has a pink purple button. Go through all 10, 11 tools. All of these tools here, all these tools here. Click this button on top. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You have to have the app. You have to be in the Discord. The funny thing is both of those actually cost $0 to get started. And there's still some people like, I prefer to guess. I prefer to throw darts at the dartboard blindfolded. I'm not a Discord kind of person. I don't want to get in Discord. Do you like winning money? Then you like Discord. Get in the gosh dang Discord. I do, and I do more for you for free than anybody else on the planet, and you're still not listening. Get the free stuff and then see how it works, learn how it works, and then you upgrade to get full access to everything. But do the free stuff first. Kelvin, I don't know if that's anywhere near on the build list, but we do have the DFS projections, which you have to go to your profile to find that tool. But no optimizer as of yet, and I don't know. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the Discord. Thanks for tuning in. We didn't hit the 200 number, so we're not doing the free month giveaway. Maybe next time. It won't be next week because I'll be at the in-laws' place, not in my YouTube studio. But yeah, good luck, everybody. Get in the Discord. Ask any follow-up questions there. For the love of all that's holy, you cannot fail if you do not give up. And you not asking questions is essentially you giving up. Ask questions. If you have something you don't know how to use, you don't know what to do, you don't know what it means, that's why I created Discord. 19,000 people are in there to help you. I'm in there to help you. But I don't know you need help unless you ask for it. Say, hey, what does this mean?